this? Merry Christmas. Out on Merry Christmas. What's Christmas time for you but a time for paying bills without money? A time for finding yourself a year older but not one day richer? A time for balancing your books and having every item in them presented against you? If I could work my will, every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled with his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart.
Uncle!
Nephew, keep Christmas in your own way and let me keep it in mine.
Keep it, but you don't keep it.
Let me leave it alone then. Much good it may do you. Much good it has ever done you.
There are many things by which I might have derived good, from which I have not profited, Christmas among the rest. I've always thought of Christmas time as a good time, a kind, forgiving, charitable, pleasant time, when men and women seem to open their shutter hearts freely and think of others as if they actually were their own passengers to the grave. Therefore, Uncle, though it has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I believe it has done me good, and will do me good, and I say, God bless it!
Let me hear another sound from you, and you'll keep Christmas by losing your situation. You're quite a powerful speaker, sir. I wonder you don't go into Parliament.
Don't be angry, Uncle. Come, dine with us tomorrow. But why?
Why did you get married?
Because I fell in love.
Because you fell in love. Good afternoon.
Nay, Uncle, you never came to see me before that happened. Why give it as a reason for not coming now?
Good afternoon.
Sorry with all my heart to find you so rude. But I'll keep my Christmas humor to the last. So, very Merry Christmas, Uncle Scrooge.
Good afternoon.
And a Happy New Year.
Good afternoon. There's another fellow, my clerk, with 15 shillings a week, a wife and family, talking about Merry Christmas. I'll retire to Bedlam.
Merry Christmas. Scrooge and Marley, I believe. Have I the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?
Mr. Marley has been dead these 7 years. He died 7 years ago this very night.
We have no doubt his liberality is well represented by his surviving partner.
At this festive season of the year, Mr. Scrooge, it is more than usually desirable that we should make some slight provision for the poor and destitute, who suffer greatly at the present time. Many thousands are in want of common necessaries. Hundreds of thousands are in want of common comforts, sir.
Are there no prisons?
Plenty of prisons.
And the Union workhouses, are they still in operation?
They are. Still, I wish I could say.
They are not.
The treadmill and the poor law?
Both
Very busy.
Oh, I'm very glad to hear it.
But they scarcely furnish Christmas cheer of mind, body to the multitude. A few of us are endeavoring to raise a fund to buy the poor some meat and drink and means of warmth. We chose this time because it is a time of all others when want is keenly felt and abundance rejoices.
What shall I put you down for?
Nothing.
Oh, you wish to be anonymous.
I wish to be left alone. Since you asked me what I wish, ladies, that is my answer. I don't make merry at Christmas, and I can't afford to make idle people merry. I help to support the establishments I have mentioned. They cost enough, and if people are badly off, they must go there.
But many can't go there, and many would rather die.
If they had rather die, they had better do it and decrease the surplus population. Besides, it's not my business. It is enough for a man to understand his own business and not interfere with other people's. Mine occupies me constantly. Good afternoon. You work all day tomorrow, I suppose.
If convenient, yes, sir.
It's not convenient, and it's not fair. Fellows to stop out business brings you here?
Your welfare.
I am much obliged, but I cannot help thinking that a night of unbroken rest would be more conducive to that end.
It is your reclamation I am after then. Take heed. Come and walk with me.
But I am a mortal and liable to fall.
Bear but a touch of my hand, and you will be upheld in more than this.
Two that matters little, very little. Another idol has displaced me. And if it can cheer and comfort you when times come, as I would have tried to do, I have no just cause to grieve.
What idol has displaced you?
A golden one.
This is the even-handed dealing of the world. There is nothing on which it is so hard as poverty, and there is nothing which it professes to condemn with such severity as the pursuit of wealth.
You fear the world too much. I have seen your nobler aspirations fall off one by one until the master passion greed engrosses you. Have I not?
What then? Even if I have grown so much wiser, I am not changed towards you, am I?
Our contract is an old one. It was made when we were both poor, and content to be so, until in good season we could improve our worldly fortune by our patient industry. You are changed. When it was made, you were a different man.
I was a boy.
Your own feeling tells you that you are not what you were. I am. That which promised happiness when we were one in heart is fraught with misery now that we are two. How often and how keenly I thought of this, I will not say. It's enough that I thought of it, and can release you.
Have I ever sought release?
In words? No. Never.
In what then?
In a changed nature. In an altered spirit. In everything that made my love of any worth or value in your sight. If this has never been between us, tell me. Would you seek me out and try to win me now? Ah. No.
You think not?
I would gladly think otherwise if I could, heaven knows. But if you were free today, tomorrow, yesterday, can I believe that you would choose a poor girl, you who weigh everything by gain? Or, choosing her, if for a moment you were false enough to your one guiding principle to do so, do I not know that your repentance and regret would surely follow? I do. And I release you. You may have pain in this. The memory of what has passed half makes me hope you will. A very, very brief time, and then you will dismiss the recollection of it gladly as an unprofitable dream from which it happened well that you awoke. May you be happy in the life you have chosen.
Spirit, why do you like delight to torture me? Show me no more.
I told you, these are shadows of the things that have been. They are what they are. Do not blame me. Do not blame me. Do not blame me.
I am the spirit of Christmas present. Gaze upon me. You have not seen the like of me before.
It's a shame to grow on Christmas Day.
God love, so it is. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Is there a particular flavor to what you sprinkle on them?
There is my own.
Would it apply to any kind of dinner on this day?
To any kindly given. To a poor one most.
Why to a poor one most?
Because it needs it most.
Am I in the presence of the spirit of Christmas yet to come? You are about to show me the shadows of the things that have not happened, but will happen in the future. Is that so, Spirit? Spirit of the future, I fear you more than any spectre I have seen. But as I know your purpose is to do me good, and as I hope to be another man from what I was, I am prepared to bear you company, and to do it with a thankful heart. Will you not speak? Lead on, Spirit.
No, I don't know much about it either way. I only know he's dead.
When did he die?
Last night, I believe.
Why? What was the matter with him? I thought he'd never died.
God knows.
What has he done with his money?
I haven't heard. Left it to his company, perhaps? He hasn't left it to me, that's all I know. It's likely going to be a very cheap funeral. For upon my life, I don't know anything to go to it.
Suppose we make up a party and volunteer. I don't mind going if lunch is provided. Well, I must be fed.
Well, I'm quite disinterested. For I never wear black gloves, and I never eat lunch. But I'll offer to go if others will. When I come to think of it, I'm not sure I wasn't his most particular friend. For we used to stop and speak whenever we met.
We couldn't have met at a better price.
Every person has a right to take care of himself. He always did.
That's true indeed, no man more so.
Who's the worse for the loss of a few things like these? Not a dead man, I suppose.
No, indeed.
If he wanted to keep him after he was dead, the wicked old screw, why wasn't he natural in his lifetime? If he had been, he'd have somebody to look after him when he was struck with death, instead of lying there, gasping out his last breath, alone by himself.
That's the truest word that ever was spoke. It's a judgment on him. Open the bundle, old Joe, let me know the value of it.
A seer or two, a pencil case, a pair of sleeve buttons, and a brooch of no great value.
Sheets and towels, 2 old silver teaspoons, a pair of sugar tongues, and a few boots.
I always give too much to the ladies. It's a weakness of mine, and how I ruins myself. That's your count.
in today to see the Vicar?
Yes, I did, my dear. It would have been good for you to have gone. You would have seen how green a place it is. But I promised him I would walk there on Sunday, my little child. My little child. I met Mr. Scrooge's nephew in the street today. It wasn't so much as what he could do for us, but his kind way that was so delightful. It was as if he had known how Tiny Tim felt with us.
I'm sure he's a good soul.
Yes, my dear. And none of us should forget Tiny Tim and his first party amongst us.
No, Father, never.
And when we recollect how patient and mild he was, we will not argue amongst ourselves and forget Tiny Tim and his first mother.
No, never, Father. Never.
Spirit, something tells me our moment of passing, of parting is at hand. I know it, but I know not how. This court through which we are passing is where my place of business has been for a long time. I see the warehouse. Let me behold what I shall be in days to come. Before I draw nearer to that stone to which you point, answer me one question. Are these the shadows of the things that will be, or the shadows of the things that may be? Ebenezer Scrooge! Oh, Spirit! Oh, no! No! Spirit, hear me! I am not the man I was! I will not be the man I must have been! Why show me all this if I have lost all hope? Good Spirit, assure me that I may change these shadows you have shown me by an altered life. I will honor Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all the year. I will live in the spirits of Christmas past, present, and future. The spirits of all things shall strive within me. I will not shut up the lessons that they teach. Oh, tell me that I may smudge away the writing of this stone. Cratchit, what do you mean by coming here at this time of day?
I'm behind the times, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
You are? Yes, I think you are. Step this way, sir, if you please. Now, I'll tell you what, my friend. I am not going to stand for this any longer, and therefore I am about to raise your salary. Merry Christmas, Bob. A merrier Christmas than I have ever given you. I'll raise your salary and attempt to assist your struggling family, and we shall discuss your affairs this very afternoon over a Christmas bowl. Bob, make up the fires and buy another coal scuttle before you dump another eye. Ho ho! Bob Cratchit!
you